So the guy that asked me about whatever happened with the Team Series 8-inch from Nemesis Audio, he messaged me last night, or Thursday night, yeah, last night, about whatever happened to the 15-inch Neo build that was going to go in my wife's vehicle. So that 15-inch is a D4, and we pulled the 610s out, the budget SQL build that she had, and she wanted to have something take up less space. So we were going to do the D4 15-inch Neo in it. And when we took everything out and was going to redo everything, about a month after pulling everything out, she decided she wanted to trade her SUV in and get a new one. So that's what she did. She traded the old SUV in and got a new one, and we just haven't done anything with it yet. So I had one motor left, and I decided, when I knew I was going to get my eye surgery and stuff done, that I was just going to go ahead and build it out to sell. And this is a D2. It's a Neo 3-inch, 4-layer coil. It's got two dual spiders in it. Push terminals, brand new 4-spoke, cast aluminum frame. This cone is pretty much reminiscent of what Scott used at Phi. This one is more lightweight. Similar profile on the surround and cone body and stuff. This one is a non-pressed pulp cone. It's carbon and Kevlar infused, and it has a dual red stitching on it. I had quite a bit of these for a while. So anyways, I'll just start from the bottom and go up. This is a 3-inch, it's a can style neodymium motor. It's got perimeter venting for the coil and pole venting as well. The 4-spoke basket has cooling vents already in it, so I didn't need to use any spacers. This is a very strong motor, and it's a very tight gap motor. It's got a 4-layer copper-clad aluminum 3-inch coil on a black aluminum former, and I'll go over why I use copper-clad aluminum in just a minute. Again, it's got push terminals on it. If you can see, these particular spiders are a very, very tall progressive roll. You don't see people use in quite this tall of a progressive roll. I had these spiders done up like a year and a half, 2 years ago maybe. And I have them in single layer and then dual layer, and then with leads and non-lead lead wires woven into them as well. So this particular one has, it says 2-layer spiders in it. It's woven tensile leads, push terminals, and then on the solder tabs I went ahead and did the shrink wrap on it and stuff. And it's really lightweight cone and so forth. Like I showed you before in the old video when I was talking about it, I built the 210s, 212s, and 215s, and the 15s were D4s. And a gentleman bought one of the D4s. It's been quite a while ago, and he still has it, still uses it, no issues. And I built those out originally as sound quality drivers, or like SQL drivers, and they perform great. So this one would be no different. It's got pretty much all the same parts. I just changed it to a dual 2-ohm when I built out this last one. And I built this one right after I got back from Atlanta. I decided, like I said, once I got my eyes done, I was going to really get back into building more. So it's completely new from the ground up. And again, it's for sale. So the reason I chose the copper-clad aluminum is, since I used a really lightweight cone and a more compliant, softer suspension, I used a lightweight coil going with the aluminum wire. And that's to increase the sensitivity greatly. So it's a very efficient, high sensitivity driver, still a low FS. I've only played it about 15 minutes. As you can see, it's a little soft, not real soft. Still a little stiff, it needs to be broken in. I only put it on about 400 watts or so for about 15 or 20 minutes on a 22 hertz sweep, from 22 hertz to 45 hertz, and just let it cycle through. And the only reason I've done that is just make sure there were no mechanical issues, that it played well, and so forth. And like I said, if you can look in there, it's, nice glue job all the way around, the glue. Nice glue beads all the way around, like I said. The reason I use the copper-clad aluminum is to save weight, reduce the moving mass. and aluminum does wick away heat, quicker than copper. Aluminum's about a third the weight of copper or less, but it's only about 2/3 as conductive as copper, give or take. So the reason I chose the copper clad aluminum was to bring back some of the conductivity of, the properties of copper, and a lot of companies do that. They use the aluminum coils for because it's a little cheaper, and also, like I said, they wick away heat quicker. So, that was the reason I chose the aluminum like that, but to use copper clad. This thing's 850 to 1,000 watts is what I'm rating it for, and that's what I did on all the others. It does not need a lot of power to get it moving. If you're a sound quality guy, wire this in series, utilize all the BL in it that way. And if you're using like stock electrical and so forth, you don't need to upgrade battery, or you don't have to add a second, really a second battery, or do an alternator or anything like that by using lower power. And that's really all these need. They don't need any more power than that, because it's a very strong neodymium motor. It's very high sensitivity. So again, this is for sale. I did want to ohm it out real quick to show you guys that the coils ohm out perfect on this. And so anytime that you're going to test coils and so forth, or you're using your multimeter, you want to zero out the multimeter, and what you do is you just put your probe leads together until you get the lowest reading, until it rests. This one always gets to about 0.2, 0.1, so we'll just go with 0.2. So as you can see, we'll let it rest. I do have the air conditioner on in here, so it might fluctuate a bit, but as you can see, it rests right out at 2 ohms, perfect. Whatever the point is when it rests, when you zero it out, you need to make sure, if it says a dual 2 and it was 0.2 here, if it says 2.1 or 2.2, just take that off, but as you can see, as I push on it, and so forth, like I said, they read out, 2 ohm. The coils read perfect on it, I'll show you both sides. Like I said, ohms out perfect. So if you're interested in this subwoofer, and it does have, like I said, I kept the gasket off of it, pulled it off. It has a brand new gasket that goes with it. I just kept it off to show you that it's never been mounted, and it's never been, never been mounted in enclosure. It was just on the test bench, and like I said, it's very clean subwoofer. As you can see, glue all the way out to the surround, none of the bolt holes, no scratches in them. Like I said, it really has never been put in an enclosure. So if you're interested in this, and you're a sound quality or an SQL guy, and you don't, not planning on putting a ton of power to something, this would be a great option. I'll do $450 plus shipping in a continental U.S. If you live outside the U.S., shipping's going to be higher. This is not very heavy, so shipping won't be bad at all on it. I package everything very well. Jamal can attest to that. Sorry I didn't get any of the videos of the finished product, but he's had them for a while now, and he seems to be very happy, very pleased with them. He's supposed to send me a video, so once he does, I'll get that up on the channel as well. But he can attest, I ship everything, so that everything gets to you safely. On the Nemesis Audio Team Series 8, I had a couple people asking me about it already. I'll do, 245 shipped. I have the original box. When I got it from the person I got it from, it had no padding or anything. It was just in the box. But I will make sure that it's, that it comes shipped to you in the original box with padding and so forth, so there's no damage to it. The leads are the real direct leads now. I'll put up the video showing of where how I drilled out the plastic push terminal holder on, or the spade terminal holder on it to put the leads on it. It's completely fine. It's clean. It's 3-inch coil. That's real carbon fiber cone and dust cap on it. It's all original, and it plays very, very well. 245 shipped on it, because I think they're 300 or a little more new shipped. So $245 is fair considering how heavy it is, and I paid, you know, the shipping and stuff to get it to begin with. So I'm not really going to make any, you know, really anything off of it. But this one, $450 plus shipping, it's dual tube, 3-inch 4-layer, 2 spiders, lightweight cone, high sensitivity driver. These play very, very well. Great sound quality drivers. And you know, SQL tube, like I said, no more than 1,000 watts is needed on these at all. So if you're interested, it's nobsaudio76@gmail.com. I'll put that my email address in the description if you're interested in either one of the subwoofers. I'll give you my contact information once you email me. We can talk about them. I've got some other subwoofers that I'm working on now, plus the Rockford T115s and some other drivers to sell. So if you're interested, just let me know. If you need any work, let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks.